Melody is 6 months on the dot today, and I thought, what better day to film a favorites video? So, today we are going to be talking about my 4 and 5 months favorites. Since I did skip month 4 and pretty much month 5 is over with, we can discuss all of those favorites today. I compiled them in a note on my phone, so we are going to be going over everything that I have on this list. We have diapers, wipes, we have toys, teething accessories. Everything is covered on this list. Let's get started. First up on this list, I have to say, before becoming a mom, I never could have thought that you would have a favorite type of diaper or wipe. I pretty much assumed that, I'll use whatever I have on my baby, but that's false. I have gone around using diapers that I currently had and would rather buy the diapers that I preferred, which are the Huggies Little Snuggle diapers. I love these diapers. They have the elastic at the back, they have the wet indicator, and they have Pooh Bear on the front, which is adorable. Right now, I am using the Kirkland's size 2 diapers for Melody. She is 14 pounds, so if you want a little bit of a weight to see, what size your baby might be going into, Melody is 14 pounds, 5 ounces, and currently wearing a size 2 diaper. The Kirklands honestly aren't that bad. I got them at my baby shower, a huge box of them, which is why I'm using them. But they really aren't that bad. They're similar to the Huggies, but, I'm not really sure where you get them from. As for wipes, I love a really wet wipe. I just feel like it makes it so much easier when cleaning poopy diapers, or any diaper for that matter. It just makes it so much easier and it doesn't cause a bunch of redness on her skin. I definitely would recommend the Pampers Aqua wipes. I really love those wipes in comparison to the wet wipes. I have tried both and they are pretty similar, but the Pampers Aqua wipes are much more inexpensive than the wet wipes are. The next thing on my list is toys. Month 5 is really a good month to start introducing a bunch of different types of toys and fun activities for your baby. I know Melody, once she hit around the 4.5 to 5 month range, she really started playing and engaging with the toys that I would get her. Now, this being said, you don't need to buy your baby any expensive toys. I know that there are a bunch of toy bundles on Amazon where you can get toys that are very easy for your baby to grab and switch hands, and you can get a pack of 12 toys for around $20, and they have some pretty aesthetic ones if that matters to you. If not, they have a bunch of different options. But a couple of Melody's favorite toys to play with are toys like this. So this toy is like $3 to $4 at Target or Walmart. It's just this little elephant, makes noise, it's easy to grab, it even has some teething parts on it. She loves her bunny. This was like $5 at Target. The ears are crinkly, you have little tabs on this ear, and she just loves this bunny. She has some blocks that she can use that have different shapes on them, different feeling points on them. She has toys like this. This actually came on her little chair, but I took it off. Just because I like to sit in that chair all the time. So when she's on the ground, she likes to play with things like this. Easy to hold on to. She can swing it and get lots of arm movements in. I do want to say that you should be trying to make sure your baby has some toys that are easy for them to pick up, so that way you don't have to sit there and constantly pick up the toy for them and play with them. If you have stuff to do, they can play on their own. Another thing that I think is a really great idea are toys that can roll. Now, I did mention that Melody has some blocks she can push, and she can practice crawling to go and pick the toys up. This is a really great idea if you are still trying to get your baby into that crawling transition. I know Melody, once she hits 5 months, or really like 4.5, is really when she kind of started being able to. So she can move backwards and she can move forwards a little bit. She's not exactly crawling forward like at a fast pace, but she can get some movement in. So I really like to have toys that she can, kind of push up and then crawl and go get it, or push herself to go get it, things like that. Books. This is an amazing time for books. It's amazing. Your baby is really, or at least Melody, really started to pay attention to the pictures. She likes looking at the words, and she just really overall likes listening to me speak when we're reading stories. And so I think having a bunch of different options for books is a great idea. You should include some picture books that are just fully pictures that your baby can just focus on, but also having books that you can read to your child is also a great thing. I also want to get a couple of books that are more easy to read, like have like one word per page. I do have a couple of those, but most of the books I have are like good storybooks, but not so good books that if I want her to eventually, just look at one word and eventually learn to say that word. So I do need to look into getting some books like that. But books in general are a great thing to have during the 4 to 5 months. An outside mat. So right now, the mat that I really like to use, Binks just sat on it. Thank you, Mama. She has this mat, and this probably really isn't an outside mat. I'll put a picture of the outside mat that I am purchasing from Amazon somewhere on the screen, because it's getting hot outside. It's starting to feel good, and I really want her to start getting outside to play. But right now we have Binks. Can you? Thank you. Right now I have this mat that I got her for Christmas. It's just one that you can build. You can make it as big as you want to. It's like this. It has Frozen on it because at the time she really loved Olaf. But just having a nice outside mat that can get wet and is easily cleanable. If it gets dirt on it, you don't have to worry about anything, which is why I say this is only a temporary one, because the bottom is very much foam-like, or not foam-like, it is foam. So if it gets wet, it's most likely going to soak it up, whereas the top is repellent. So if Melody were to spit up or spill something, it's easily wipeable. But I would definitely recommend you invest in a mat since it is starting to feel good outside, and 5 months is really when your baby starts to like exploring around, and you don't just want them crawling on the ground outside. The next thing on this list is baby food, and our favorite type of baby food is the beech nut baby food. I love this baby food. Melody loves this baby food. I did try to give her the Gerber baby food, but she's not a fan just because I feel like the Gerber baby food is much more blended and liquidy than the beech nut. I like the beech nut because it still has a little bit of like thickness to it, so where it's not so much milk texture like, so that way she can really tell the difference between the milk and the food. Because when I did give her the Gerber, I feel like it was so liquidy that she really would have just, she kind of expected it to be in her bottle because it was that liquidy. But with the beech nut, she knows, okay, this is different than my milk, it's a different texture, it's a little bit thicker, and she has more fun eating that type of food than she does the Gerber. Again, it's really based on preference of your baby, but I'm just telling you my favorites. Teething. Melody has started teething in the last couple of weeks, and it's a very drooly situation. It can be a very irritating situation for your baby as well. Teething is always, it's a very iffy situation, but one thing I definitely recommend is that you get a bunch of teething toys. I mean a bunch of teething toys. Every time I go to the store now, I try to buy a different teething toy. Melody does have one that she loves, and I'll try to insert a picture of it here just because I don't want to go and dig it out right now. But she does have a couple that she loves. So I got her the teething key ring that you can, all teething toys you can put in the fridge or freezer and it will help, but this one she just likes to shake and kind of chew on. But I also got her a teether from Walmart the other day that has a little massager on one side, and the other side is like a normal teething toy. She loves the massager side. She will sit and keep that in her mouth forever. It's amazing. So I definitely recommend that you invest in a lot of teething toys during this period. I also have heard that it's beneficial to use those like fruit squeezers. So it's kind of like a binky, but you can put fruit inside of it and they can just, you know, suck on the fruit. It gives them a chance to try new fruits as well as help their teething situation out. So I would recommend you try that. I haven't tried it yet, but I am going to now that she is 6 months. A tip that I do have for the teething toys is once you start buying your baby a couple of different options for teething toys, definitely try to see if they have any favorites, so that way you can buy a couple more of their favorite type of teething toy and keep it in different situations. So you might want to have one that you keep at home and in their crib. You might have another one that you want to keep in the diaper bag in case you're out somewhere and they're having some teething issues. And then you might also want to have one anywhere that you go a lot. Like for instance, we have been going to my grandma's a lot, so I did buy some food and a teething toy to keep over there. So that way, if I end up forgetting one in the diaper bag, I have one when she gets over there. Another thing that is amazing during the teething time is bibs. Now, I know when you are starting foods, you would like to have the bibs that are easily wipeable. However, when you are just wearing a bib all day, I really like for her to just wear a normal cloth bib. I get these from anywhere. You can find them really inexpensive. Dollar Tree, Walmart will have them very cheap. Or you can go to TJ Maxx and get some cute ones that will match your baby's outfits. Any of them are fine. It's just another outfit protector that can kind of catch some of that drool, so your baby's clothes and shirt isn't constantly getting soaked with drool, because it can get nasty. Okay, so our baby is growing. Like I said, Melody is now 14 pounds. She is eating 5 ounces, but I did have to up her bottle. So I have a new favorite bottle. Before, my favorite bottle for her was the Lanzalo bottle, which is a bottle that is very similar to a nipple if you are still breastfeeding, but you know, maybe you pump, so you would like to give your baby a bottle sometimes. I definitely recommend the Lanzalo. I got that one with a manual breast pump, but I know that you can buy some of the bottles separately. I think they are a little bit more expensive than my current favorite, but it's still a very nice option to have if you are normally a breastfeeding mama. But my new favorite baby bottle is the Philips Advent baby bottle. I got these when Melody was a newborn. She did have a normal 5-ounce bottle, but now that she is growing, I had to upgrade to the 9-ounce bottle. And I love these because of the room that it has for shaking the bottle up. And also when she's feeding, I find that she doesn't have a ton of fallout. So normally when she was eating, she would be eating and she would also have milk falling down her chin. When I use these bottles, she doesn't have that. And I don't know if it's related, but she also has been spitting up much less than she was before. This could also just be because she's getting older and bigger and her stomach's getting, more used to drinking the milk or whatever. But I think it has a little bit to do with the bottle. It is an anti-colic bottle, so the milk will not keep going out unless she is sucking the milk out, which I love. So I definitely recommend those type of bottles. And also, I just want to cut in here and say anything that I mention that I can link, I will try to link it down in the description box. So head down there and check it all out. Mirror time is amazing during this time. My Melody can spend so much time looking in the mirror at herself. She just laughs and thinks it's hilarious. And it's even better if you can spend it looking in the mirror with her too, just letting her see you and letting her see herself. I'm sure she doesn't actually recognize that it's herself yet, but she finds it so hilarious, and it's so cute and funny to watch her sit there and laugh at herself in the mirror. So try to get as much mirror time as you can. I actually have some stick-on mirror wall decals that are in the room currently, but I want to see if I can take them off and move them to in here, which is where we really try to play. But I want you to try to move them in here and put them low to the ground so when she's playing, she can just look up and see herself. Another good idea is to get like a full-length mirror. They have them for pretty cheap at Walmart, like $15. And just like tape it up or nail it up or whatever, lean it up against the wall where your baby cannot just pull it down on themselves, because now Melody is trying to use things to stand up. So you really want to make sure that you cannot have anything that your baby can pull over on themselves. So yeah, I would just recommend looking for that. Another great option is to have like little mirrors that, you know, like the little round mirrors. You get them very inexpensive. They also have baby mirrors that you can just stand up on the floor. They're super cute, and in no way can they hurt your baby because they are made specifically for your baby to play with. The next thing is a high chair. Now, I did mention this earlier that she's not a super big fan of this chair, so I really try to only keep her in this chair if she is eating. But right now we have a chair substitute, so we don't have a high chair, we actually have a floor chair. Now what this is basically a chair that you can sit your baby in. It has a tray, so you can sit them in it to eat, or maybe you just need them to be sitting there while you're cleaning or something. You can sit them in the chair. It's very comfortable for them. It's not up so they can't fall out or anything. It's very easy. But I definitely recommend somewhere down the road you do get a high chair. I am currently looking for one. I would love to purchase the IKEA one, but I just don't have the time to go to IKEA right now because it's pretty far from me, and every other high chair I've seen on Amazon is like $50 minimum. Okay, those are all my 4 to 5 months favorites. I hope that you got something from this video, maybe some ideas for things that you can purchase and see if your baby likes them. And if not, then you know, you can leave me some ideas, because I still love to find things that I can introduce to Melody, things that might become my new favorites for the next month. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would love if you could hit that subscribe button. It would really help me reach my goal. And give this video a thumbs up. Share it with another mama or soon to be mama or dad. We don't discriminate here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.